welcome back to the studio. Hope everyone's doing really well and keeping safe and all of that, you know. It's been pretty hard in some areas, some parts of the world, including my part of the world. So, but anyway, we'll keep on arting, don't we? It's the best way, the best therapy, and the best medicine, as they say. So I have here an old painting. It's really dulled down, and like I said, one of these old ones, I dug them up, and I've had series. I should really do a separate, like a playlist just for these refurbished pieces. But the canvas is still good, you know, and why wouldn't I use it? So I've wiped it, cleaned it. I have, look, I've got so much tape here, you guys. I'll just flip it over so that you can see the back. Hold on just a second. So I've got the artist tape down. I see it doesn't even want to stick to it itself. I don't know, maybe there's humidity in, I don't know. And then I've got the paper on there. I've got the tape over the paper, and I've got, oh, I missed a spot. Oh, I better fix that. And then I've just got regular tape over the top of that, and then I've got regular tape. Am I lined up? Make sure I am. Then I've got the regular tape just on the side. It works great, but the pain in the bum is that it really sticks. I've already mixed my resin, Platinum Super Coat. It's quite a thin resin. And I keep forgetting to order some more of the thicker stuff, which is the art coat, my favorite. So I'm just going to let it sit like that for about half an hour. It's quite a warm day, so it won't take long, because this is not going to be a complicated painting. Now, I said that I bite my tongue, because if you know me, you know me. So I tend to overcomplicate things. So I've got the new white for Le'Rez, the pure white. I want to see how it works. I've already tried and it works great. And I've got the Aqua Ocean, a really pretty aqua color. But yeah, I know it's coming through a little bit like blue. It's quite a nice aqua. And I've got a beautiful teal blue. And I've got the new light pebble. It's a neutral color, so it's got a little bit of purple in it. Tiny little bit, and I was thinking that would be a really nice combination to have them all, but I am concerned about this reacting to my white and turning it into like a lilac. I have to sort of be mindful of that. And I've got some white sand which I might mix in, because I was going to just do that. I might even just do that, but I really wanted it all to be like a nice, I don't know, we'll see. Well, there's one way to test that is, let me just grab a little bit of this white on this corner and a little bit of this on this one, and just make a bit of a mess over here. I will wipe it straight away and just see how they go if I mix them together. Goes into, oh no, that's nice. That is not bad at all. So we will continue with that one. Let me clean it straight away. Always test things. I'm not sure. I made a mistake and labeled some purple rain jars. Well, I just thank God it was only a few of them. They got mixed up with midnight black on my desk, like on my table, and I've labeled all of them midnight black, and this lady mixed all her colors, mixed all her resin and everything, and poured it into cups, and she wanted the purple rain, and she put it in, and it was pitch black. And always test them, because I'll show you. The purple rain is this one here, and the black is this one here. Okay, here's the purple rain, here's the black. You see what I mean? Like, now, like, if you really have a look, you can see that is black, but if you didn't have them one next to the other, you wouldn't be able to pick up on it, you know. So be careful. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for about half an hour, and then I'll come back and pour. It'll only be a split second for you guys, but for me about half an hour to 40 minutes. Bye for now. So time to mix up the pastes. That light pebble actually really worked well, and I just real quickly showed you some really pretty shells that my friend Claudia sent me. She sent me a box full of really gorgeous shells, and I picked these. They were broken, a little bit sort of chipped and cracked, and I love that, and I'm gonna put them in this piece. So anyway, I'm just going with that teal blue and the aqua ocean, which is quite transparent, you can see there, and just sort of spreading it with my hand. And it's very satisfying just doing that. If you know, you can do it with a spatula, I suppose, but it's not the same feeling. But I guess not everybody likes having their hands in resin, but I do. I've got gloves on, so I'm safe, and it just gives me that extra connection to my piece. And I really believe in connecting to what you're doing. If you're doing craft work or whatever you're doing, it's really important that you really get connected to what you're doing, because I think the more you connect to your artwork as you are creating it, the more of you is going to come out in that artwork. So I know that's a bit of an art therapist coming out of me, but I truly believe in that. And sometimes we just do things for the sake of it. Sometimes we just want to sell our artwork. Not that I do a lot, but a lot of us do. And you know, sometimes you're just using those the silicone molds and things like that, pouring into them. So even them, it's everything sort of connects to how you're feeling at the time, and the results will definitely mirror your emotion at the time. So there you go. I just added some I'm just adding some of those shells and a couple of little pebbles in here and there, and I just did one layer of the oh, look at that pebble color. Isn't that gorgeous? That's authentic to Le'Rez Expressions, and it's limited edition. So if you are interested in that, hop in the shop and get some. So I've just got my clear resin, and I've got my angel white, which I'm going to be mixing in this little cup here, and then putting it in my piping bag. I've already cut the piping bag a bit smaller, easier to manage, and I don't need a lot of the white. I just want to apply a second coat of the waves, which will bring the whole thing to another dimension. Well, one hopes. So we'll see. So about a pea size, actually probably even less than that. Shave it down a bit. It goes into this. This is oh gosh, about 40 milliliters. So there's about half in there, and that's how much I put in there. Now the angel white is much thicker than the more dense and more opaque than the pure white, and it's also a warmer color. So I will add a tiny little bit more because I want that to be more opaque. I'll wipe my stirring stick really well, and I'm going to put in a tiny little bit, just about that much in there. And that's it. That's the angel white, and that's all I'm going to use for here. Gosh, if you only could see the mess. But luckily I've got all this on this black plastic, and I just pull the whole thing off and put it in the bin. So there you have it. Just want to make sure that I mix this really well. Okay, I haven't taped the sides. I'm not doing that. and it is quite loose. So I'm going to have a lot of spillage, but I do have some molds ready. And let's just go. I'm going to go over these shells because I want to sort of harden them a little bit because they are quite fragile, and I don't want them to break. That's why I'm going to go over them first. Make sure that they are covered. And see how that one there is kind of open, and that resin might even stay in there, which will be pretty cool if it does. I don't mind that at all, but I just want to make sure that they are nicely covered and safe from breaking. Don't want that to happen. Not worried about that rock so much, but might as well get him covered as well so he doesn't look too odd. I'm going to do this side. And then, yeah, pretty much going to cover the whole canvas with this clear resin and hope that it doesn't fly everywhere. So here we go. I'm going to start in the middle and let it spread, and it will spread because this canvas has warped, but it will still sit on the against the wall okay. You know, it doesn't look too bad, but I can see that it's warped. And if it warps again, I can always take this piece off the frame and reframe it. It's no problem for me, because I think I'm going to like this piece, and I think it's going to look nice somewhere hung up. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to use my hands and spread this everywhere. It is kind of moving slowly. I'm just going to spread it. So I'll speed this part up because you don't need to see me this. It'd be like watching paint dry. So I'm just going to come back when it's all done. I just had a thought, and I thought I'd tell you. I'm sure I said this before. I never sand in between coats. Some people do. I don't, for a couple of reasons. One main reason is that resin will always stick to resin. And as long as you clean it like I do with alcohol, just make sure that it's safe from any impurities or any sort of oils and things that you have on your hands, picking it up and moving it around. And the second reason is when you sand things, it just creates dust in the atmosphere. Even if you do it outside, you can bring it back in on your piece, and then you know, you have to sort of clean it really, really well. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I don't do it. I know a lot of artists who do it, and they swear by it, but I'm just saying that I don't do it because I don't think you need to, and I think it's just a waste of time and effort, because just like silicone, when you're making the mold, it sticks to silicone. Resin will stick to resin. Resin will stick to most things, but it will definitely stick to resin. So I've only got about 150 milliliters over this piece. This is 30 by 90 centimeters. I don't know what that is in inches, I'm sorry. But if you really want to know, you can Google it, and that covers that whole area beautifully. So I've only gone up to the edge, and even if it does leak, there's not going to be a lot of leakage. So it will most definitely want to leak, especially when I start, you know, adding the heat to it. But I will not encourage it if I can help it. I'm just going to go around up to the edge and then leave it there. So making sure that all of these guys are nicely covered so I don't get any cracks, because resin will protect it from, or protect them rather, from any kind of cracks. See these? I can even put like a little pearl in there. I might even do that. I know they're not pearl shells, but I might just pop a pearl in there if I can find one in my stash. So that is it. So I'm going to give it a little bit of heat now, just to blow the bubble. Ooh, I missed a spot. Can you believe it? I believe it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Da, 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 da. Do you do that when you forget the words? You just go da 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 da. Oh dear. Okay. big mama torch. I always wipe anything that I am using because there's always some dust and floaties or just stuff floating around. They can get stuck on your tools. Wipe them. Easy. Takes a second. Looks pretty cool and subtle, and I hope I don't blow it now with my white. But anywho, while that is sitting like that, I'm just gonna, can you see that there? Yep. I've mixed my white. I'm just gonna pour it inside my little piping bag here because I want to apply this with a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, just use any kind of bag, in even like the sandwich bags or Ziploc bag, anything, and just cut the corner, one of the corners off. But I have these handy, so that's why I grabbed that. But I'll even make one with paper and use that, or plastic, you know, anything you've got handy. There is that done. Oh wow, I did not realize that that cup was full of little bits and pieces. Jeez. See? My goodness. I just thought, yeah, I swear I'm blind. Even with glasses sometimes. Can you see that there? That just came off the bag. Thank God I didn't do it over here. Oh, yep, I've got a couple of pieces. Bloody hell, Suzana, what are you doing? Okay. Let's just get it out. Get it out straight away. Lucky I only have two. I'm going to use my finger because I can't pick them up. I think I got them. Thank God for that. Anyway, let's give it another wipe just in case. To be sure, to be sure. And then twist and, oh, let's get rid of this cup. Put it over there. Don't use it again, or I'll make a real boo-boo. Alright, I'm going to leave this in here for a little while because I want this to stop moving, because I don't know, I want to be able to be precise, and hopefully it will work. But for now I'm just going to leave it and let it sit for a little bit, and I'll be back. Just sit you in here for now, and I'll be back in about 15 minutes. In the meantime, I found a little pearl, half pearl. These are water pearls, like not the salt water ones. These are like river pearls, not the ocean ones. I mean, I don't know what I mean. Anyway, it's going in. Oh, they look so pretty. That looks so pretty. That looks so pretty. Da, 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 da. Okay, since that looks so lovely, I might go with my flitters. These are like poly flakes or polyester flakes or glitter flakes, whatever you want to call it. Just gonna this is the aqua ice. I'll put it in there. They're iridescent, so you can't go wrong. Just don't drop it anywhere else. I'm just gonna sit it in there, and maybe this darker one. They're iridescent, so you get all kinds of colors in there. I'm gonna sit it in there, and I know one fell. Bugger me. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's pick it up quickly. This one's Iceland blue. It's going in, but I do like the aqua ice. It's just so lovely, and I might actually do that with most of them. I do like that one. I think it complements my aqua ocean color. I'll put this one away, making sure I'm wiping that. I'm just going to go around everywhere a little bit, not too much, little bit. What's behind there? Oh, I might be testing it if I try. Anyway, I'll try and pop one in there. Let's go some more. Bit more. Don't drop, don't drop. Yeah, that's nice. It really gives it that really nice, beautiful iridescent sort of shimmer. It really resembles the aqua, the water, the ocean, you see. So in here, I might just pop it just in here, just like that. It just gives me something extra. And with these rocks as well, I might just do that too. In between them, it just looks like there's a puddle of water in there. That's so exciting. It's really exciting doing that. And I was even thinking to do like a trail following this fish, but I won't do that just yet. I'm waiting for my white. However, just got to be careful not to overdo it, you guys. Don't overdo it. Not too much. Too much is too much. A little goes a long way. I really believe that. There you go. That's probably enough for that. See, there's only a few flakes. I'm going to put this away, put the lid on it so I don't make a mistake and bump it or something and it goes flying everywhere. That would not be good. Not at all. Put you on the side for maybe for later. And I do have some drips here. My plastic is clean. I know it's clean because I only just put it on there, so that's why I'm doing this, putting it back in the piece. Something in there from before, and here I don't know what that is, but it's stuck on there. So okay, alrighty, I will be back. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, that's good quality, isn't it? Lucky. I have to change my gloves. I hate changing my gloves because your hand's always a little bit moist, so I let it dry up a bit. While I'm doing that, I might just introduce some more heat. So what I did was I introduced the cold air from the airbrush, and now I'm going to introduce the hot air from the torch. Now, I don't know, this hasn't been scientifically proven that this method works, but I'm going to see. Gosh, I've got something in there. You can really see it against that white. Come on, buddy. Don't be stubborn. You're not going to win. There you go. Out. Get out. There. The whole point is I'm trying to speed up the setting process. So just giving it some cold and warm, just confusing it really, because it doesn't know. Well, this is what I'm thinking. And like I said before, there is method to my madness or madness to my method. I don't know, both. But this is my thinking. If I can confuse this resin, because at the moment it's quite warm in the studio, and it's probably thinking, oh yeah, I gotta, you know, gotta cure, but I also gotta be mellow. But I want it to start to set, and that's what I want. And I hope I get it. Little spritz of alcohol. I've already done one. I'm going to do another one. Not too much, because too much alcohol will also, because this is quite a thin layer, it can cause it not to set. So just going to let that evaporate nicely. Where's my little pokey thing? Oh, here it is, over here, because I keep finding all these hairs and things. Okay, I think it's time to get a clean alcohol wipe. Some people use baby wipes. I don't know, they never work for me. Maybe because I'm so used to the instant, you know, it instantly works to clean things, this alcohol wipe. So maybe that's why. All right, bit of heat now. Alrighty now. So now I am applying my white. Very deliberately in certain areas and using my heat gun to move and create those wonderful cells that the angel white allows you to create. And now using my airbrush, which is a cold air, well, it starts off just like the ambient temperature and then it turns into cold air. So I'm being very mindful not to overdo it, because it can freeze your resin and just create like a lump. You don't want that to happen. But I do love what the airbrush actually allows you to create. And I'm adding So you can see there that I'm putting some more angel white in certain areas, just to create that extra dimension. And each time you apply, like, you can do it in one setting, like in one layer you can add 2, or at least 2, even 3 layers in just that one setting. And me using this airbrush is creating some really brilliant effects here, because it's moving the resin in a certain way that you don't get when you use the heat. The heat gun breaks the particles, and the cold air just moves it. Okay, so I'm going to stop at this. I'm actually quite pleased with that. I don't know what you think, but I love all the layers. And this is still going to move. Look at all that wispiness there. Can you see that? See, I love that sort of stuff. And here, how it's breaking. It even looks a bit like a cloud. You know how sometimes you look up and they're just white clouds and they're so amazing? But no, this is just like a wavy thing. So you can still see the first layer, the second layer, and this is the top layer, which is also layered. So there's lots of layers. Look at that. When I went for a walk today, I saw a cloud. It looked almost like that. How cool is that? Subconscious is amazing how it works. So that's it. I'm going to let it sit. There's not a lot of drips. There's some, but not as much as I thought it would be. So I'm just going to let it sit, and I'll come back when it's all set up and take some photos for you. But I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, my friends. Here she is. I am quite pleased with it for now. She's looking very smooth, and that light pebble color is absolutely amazing for sand. If you want a cooler sort of look rather than, you know, a warmer shade that you get with the white sand, Le'Rez white sand color. So this one is a cooler color, so it sort of blends in differently. Although the white sand would really match the shells as well, so either way it would have been okay. But anyway, I talk too much, don't I? Those little flitters, the glitter flakes, the iridescent glitter flakes, they look really amazing in there and in here. And my pearl, doesn't she look gorgeous? And some more in there of the flitters. So now there is going to be a part 2, and I know that I've heavily sort of sped up this video, and that's because it went on for 2.5 hours, because it was 2 days worth creating this. But I do want to put another layer on top, because I want to have another layer of the white. So I'm going to have another one, and I think it's gonna look good then. But I'm also running a risk of kind of ruining it, so we'll see how we go. I really love the parts which are really kind of frizzled out. Look at that. I love those parts. And anyway, I will be back. Let me know what you think about this one, and please hang in there for the part 2, which is a 3rd stage of this refurbished piece, or should I say reloved. Okay, bye for now.